It's time to talk about Halloween. Now, I see a lot of these videos going around on YouTube, so this isn't the most entirely original thing in the world. People ranking movies, specifically the Halloween movies, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. Now, I just got out of a screening of Halloween Kills at my local cinema down the street. And oh my god, I just can't get out of my head. And since I'm doing a little thing on this channel called Spooky Month, I decided, why not? Let's rank all of the Halloween movies. I believe there's 12 of them, and we're going to rank them all here, including Halloween Kills. Now, a little bit about Spooky Month, as I mentioned before. It's the only time of the month where we're posting Halloween clips, spooky flicks, and frightening clips all month long here on our channel. Just anything horror and Halloween related. So, it's a good old time, and this video that you're watching now is a part of it. If you want to see more Spooky Month videos, there's going to be a link somewhere. I don't know. But anyways, this video is just about Halloween. Michael Myers himself. Now, if you know me well. I'm a big Halloween fan. I had to wear my shirt, go out to the screening. I had to show my pride, my love, and my enjoyment of the Halloween series. Look at that. Got a pretty cool poster. Couple years ago, 30 Years of Terror. Now, I understand that this is from the convention that they did. I didn't go to the 30 Years of Terror, but I went to the 40 Years of Terror and got to meet the entire cast and crew of the original film and other movies after that. Got a couple signed things up there. So, I love Halloween. And let's stop with this intro nonsense. Let's get right into it. Least to best. I think you know what the least is going to be. It should be at the bottom of everybody's list. And if you like this movie, I don't know. It's Halloween Resurrection. Do I have it here? I think I do. Yes, here it is. Halloween Resurrection. Now, this movie, I'm just going to say it sucks. Okay? The opening scene is just a slap in the face whoosh, to the fans. And everything after that is just absolutely nonsense. It doesn't feel like a Halloween movie. The interesting is that it's directed by Rick Rosenthal, who directed one of the best sequels of Halloween, Halloween 2, back in 1980, 81? Gosh, I can't remember the year of that one. But, anyways, yeah, so he directed that one, and this feels like a direct response to the area, or the climate that it was changing in the culture and stuff. It has a lot to do with, like, you know, like reality TV and hidden camera stuff, and I don't know. It's just bad. You know, Busta Rhymes, Tyra Banks, people that don't belong in a Halloween movie. And I won't give away any spoilers for any of the movies. Or maybe we should. Should we? Spoilers and no spoilers for movies? I mean, if you've clicked on this video, you've probably, you know, heard or seen the Halloween movies before. So we're going to do minor spoilers. Minor spoilers. Oh my god. I don't know. It's just bad. Alright, number 11. I actually just saw this movie sort of recently. And by recently, I mean a couple months ago. Halloween 2. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Now, this movie is also strange, but not in the strange, bad way of Halloween Resurrection, just more in the strange ways. Now, I'm a big advocate for strange movies. I love all sorts of creepy and weird stuff. Eraserhead is one of my favorite movies, and you know how that one goes. So, Halloween 2, though, it's weird. I kind of recently saw it, as I said a few months ago, but I've forgotten almost completely about it. I know there's like a shootout at the end in like an old barn, and like he like loses his mask a little while through the movie. You kind of get to see his face, and I'm like, whoa. And I know they changed the actor who played young Michael Myers from the first Rob Zombie. It wasn't Dag Farch? I'm probably screwing up his name. I'm so sorry. But anyways, Danielle Harris and everybody is back again for this one. And I don't know, it just didn't feel like a Halloween movie. And I don't even really think it felt like a Rob Zombie movie, to be honest. Because, you know, House of a Thousand Corpses, The Devil's Rejects, even Three from Hell. Those are Rob Zombie movies. This one, yeah, you know, it was more style over substance, if you could say that. Alright, number 10, we have good old Halloween 5. And I say good old because I kind of like the ending of this one. Dr. Loomis just goes... Dr. Loomis is off the rails in Halloween 5. He is just like, I don't care about anything or anybody. I'm just going to push everyone away. Michael Myers needs to absolutely die. And he's losing his mind. And by the end of the movie, I think it was supposed to be kind of like he almost dies at the end of the movie. It kind of seems like he does. But then, you know, Curse of Michael Myers just kind of continues off of that movie. So, I don't know. Very strange ending for Dr. Loomis on that one. But he loses his mind, and he's just, you know, minor spoilers. I don't want to give away everything, you know. But, yeah, it's an interesting movie, Halloween 5. Oh, and I just hate what they do with, you know, all the cat stuff in the barn, and even Jamie, who had a great turn of events at the end of Halloween 4, they just kind of throw it out of the window, and they kind of go with this weird man in black thing, and yeah, a lot of dumb stuff. It's a lot of dumb stuff. I wouldn't put it any lower on the list, because I barely even remember Halloween 2. Maybe this one's better than Halloween 5. I can't quite remember. I'm starting to think Halloween 2 here is better than Halloween 5. Okay, well, I don't know anymore. I just have a little list of the movies right here that I'm ranking them by, and I don't have any notes or anything, so I'm just going from memory here. But anyways, Halloween 9 is The Curse of Michael Myers. Where is it? Where's that beautiful Curse of Michael Myers? Oh, right here. Okay, so I didn't know how to rank this one. So this one might be a big question mark, because there is the theatrical version, which is kind of all over the place, and there is the producer's cut, which is a lot more sharp and efficient, and is actually genuinely pretty good. So there's like this whole legend behind the producer's cut, and how there was just kind of like this extra cut, not really lying around, but there was a lot of scenes that got dropped on the cutting room floor, making way for a lot of other weird cult things that didn't quite make sense. And I think you needed these extra scenes in Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, to understand the theatrical cut a little bit more. And by dropping them, it just made the theatrical cut a lot worse. And so the producer's cut is much better. Plus, they cut out a lot of Dr. Loomis's scenes from the original film. And why would you do that? We all want to see Dr. Loomis. If anything, he's the highlight of the entire series. Every time he's on the screen, you're like, oh my god, that's the guy. And he's my favorite character. Sorry, Jamie. Jamie Lee Curtis. Sorry, not Jamie. But, sorry, Laurie Strode. Dr. Loomis takes the cake for me. A lot of people say Michael Myers is their favorite character. After this new one, I got a lot of hatred for him. Which is what they're going for, I think, with Halloween Kills. But we'll get to that when we get to Halloween Kills. The producer's cut. A lot better than the original cut. I don't know where to place this one. 70 minutes of alternate unedited footage. Yeah, it's a lot crazier, and I know one of Donald Pleasance's last outing as Michael Myers, and he shines in that movie. Paul Rudd is in it as well as Tommy, before he was at his Paul Ruddiest in his newer films. Anyways, that's The Curse of Michael Myers coming in at number 9. Number 8. This one's probably a little low on it, because it's not a completely terrible movie. It's Halloween H2O. 20 years later. So now this one, also a direct response to kind of this whole Scream movies. The Scream movies kind of taking form and changing the way people thought about horror movies. Being more self-aware. A couple things I like in this movie. Jamie Lee Curtis' performance is especially outstanding. I think it's one of the best in her entire career. And she's made a lot of great movies. You know, True Lies. I can only think of True Lies at the moment. But, yeah, she's great. And who else is in this movie? Josh Hartnett. Michelle Williams. Oh yeah, LL Cool J played the, he was like a security guard guy. Yeah, interesting. Oh, and Janet Leigh, Jamie Lee's mother from Psycho, of course, is in this movie. And she has a cool little extended cameo role, which is a nice throwback to, you know, Psycho, the movie that basically started the entire slasher genre. I know people say Psycho started the slasher genre. It's not really a slasher movie, though. If you know what I'm saying, think of a slasher movie, you think, you know, a kill every few minutes, a high body count, somebody running around with a knife, chasing people down empty hallways and dark spaces and places. Psycho is not that. It's much more of a mystery thriller horror movie, other than like a slash 'em up, hack 'em up kind of thing. So I think the movie that kind of started it would be Texas Chainsaw. That was made in 1974, which is 14 years after Psycho. So Texas Chainsaw definitely has like a higher body count and that more slasher-esque vibe, because Leatherface is known as a slasher. And Halloween, of course, glorified it in 1978. And everybody knows Halloween also started the slasher genre, if that makes sense. There's a lot of starts. There's a lot of beginnings. There's not really like a set point like, oh, this is the first slasher movie. Everything's kind of influenced from each other. And Halloween H2O grabs a lot of influence from the previous films. And, yeah, they're still going off the thing that Michael Myers is related to Laurie, which is cool. I've always liked that storyline. I knew John Carpenter just kind of made it up out of, like, a depression or something. Or he wasn't in, like, the right mind space when he was writing Halloween 2, so he just kind of threw it out there, and a lot of people just went with it. And Halloween H2O definitely goes with it. Oh god, there's a review on here that says an instant classic. Classic? I don't know. Anyways, that's at number 8. Number 7, this might be shocking to some people that I'm putting it higher, but Rob Zombie's Halloween. Now, a lot of people hate this movie, and I can't blame them. It is wildly different from the original film, but that's what I love about it. When you think of remakes, especially in today's world, you think of, oh gosh, I'm thinking of the trailer that just came out earlier today, Home Alone. They're remaking Home Alone for Disney Plus, and my god, it just looks so bad. Anyways, so when you think of remakes, you just think of carbon copies of the original film, but somehow they're just far worse, and the characters aren't the same, and everything is just different and bad and worse and cringy and ramped up for a new audience, trying to appeal to the masses rather than you know, sticking to its own unique vision. And this movie has a unique vision. I admire Rob Zombie for taking this movie and making it into his own. And John Carpenter said that to Rob Zombie, just make it your own, and by golly, he did. This isn't Halloween 2007. This is Rob Zombie's Halloween. This is his movie. It has his markings all over it, from the deeply disturbing family troubles of the Myers household in the very beginning, to all the way to the end. The slash 'em and hack 'em up and the gory and Tyler Mane's dominating performance. Still the most dominating Michael Myers out there. My god, he is scary. Yeah, a lot of throwbacks to, of course, the original movie that came before. And yeah, a unique vision that's, I don't know, I like it. I would watch it again. I've seen it a couple times before. And my mom likes this one. She's a big Rob Zombie fan as well. We both are. And, yeah, I don't know. I saw that one a long time ago, but still holds up, I think. Next up, we have, at number 6, comes Halloween 4. I don't know if I have a specific DVD for that one, but I know Halloween 4 comes in this beautiful set right here. It's pretty cool. You know, I just did a video talking about all the horror movies I have, and if you want to see that, we also did that video as part of Spooky Month. Just head down to that playlist below, and it'll take you through that video. Anyways, this is an awesome set. Halloween 4 is a pretty good movie as well. I think it's a great sequel. The only thing that bugs me is the mask a little bit. Still scary. Still a scary mask, but it just looks so much different. Especially because it's a sequel to Halloween 2, which uses still the original mask, I believe, right? Halloween 2 uses the original mask, but it looks kind of strange because, like, they just kind of, like, threw it in a corner. and they forgot about it. Like, this Halloween movie, it's gonna, it's just a movie. It's not gonna have like a following 40 years later, so they just kind of threw it away. And so that's why it looks a little dingy in the second one. If I'm getting that story wrong, please correct me. Again, this whole video is from the top of my head, but I'm just trying to remember all the Halloween lore. But anyways, Halloween 4, we have young Jamie right here. This is the start of young Jamie's charades, as I like to call it. Her story begins there and kind of ends with Curse of Michael Myers. That's another thing in Curse of Michael Myers. They go a little more into what happened to Jamie, and that's what I like. With the producer's cut, at least. But anyways, this is about Halloween 4. Not a bad movie per se. There's a lot of likable characters in it, like Jamie and her sister, or is it her babysitter? No, it's her sister. God dang it, who's that blonde girl that is taking care of her? That's her sister, right? Oh my god. Oh my god, why can't I remember the relationship between them? I'm pretty sure they're family. Because he's trying to go after Jamie because that's Michael's niece. Oh man, I'm losing it. I am losing it. I just keep thinking about Halloween Kills. That's what I really want to talk about. Anyways, we'll get past Halloween 4. Halloween 5 is... Sorry, no. Number 5 is Halloween 2018. And I think I do. Yes, I do have this on Blu-ray. Now, when this movie came out, I saw it on opening night with my dad in this big old Dolby theater. The sound was crisp. The chairs were amazing, reclinable ones. And we just had a good old time. And I was more hype going into this movie than Halloween Kills. And I think that's why I like Halloween Kills a bit more. And I'll tell you why later. But, hands down, the best Halloween sequel ever. I can't really disagree with that. It is really good. The only thing that... Well, actually, there's a couple of things that bother me in this. One thing that bothers me is Danny McBride's clear influence on the script. Yes, he had a hand in writing and producing it. And you can tell. You can tell which moments are Danny McBride-esque. I love his stuff. I love This Is the End. I love Vice Principals. I love Pineapple Express. I think Danny McBride is freaking hilarious and one of the greatest comedic actors today. But when you take that comedicness and put it in a Halloween movie, I don't think all the jokes are going to land. At least not for me. They didn't. You know, there was that little kid that was cursing and shouting at Michael Myers. And I remember the whole audience was laughing, and I was like, oh, it's supposed to be scary. This is a scary moment, and this kid is making jokes. And there was also a scene with two police cop guys sitting in a car arguing about, like, sandwiches or lunches or something. And I'm like, why is this here? It took up, like, a minute and a half or 2 minutes of the movie. It just, the showdown between Laurie and Michael is pretty great. It spoiled it in the trailers a little bit, but, and also, there's a little bit too many callbacks to the original film. Fan service is nice, but when you go too heavy on the fan service, that's when it could be a little iffy. And there is a lot of fan service in this movie. Similar shots, similar lines are being said. And I liked that. Actually, I loved that when I saw the movie. I was like, oh my god, this is the best movie ever. It was actually, it got a 9 out of 10 for me on like my IMDb, whatever. Well, back when it came out in 2018 by a younger me. And since then, I've lowered it down. I think it's at like a 7 or an 8. Maybe a 7, actually, for this movie. Or an 8. A low 8, a high 7 for this. That's what I can say about it. And I've seen it a couple times. I don't know, but I really liked the podcast people in the very beginning. The reporter guys and gals who came to interview Michael and didn't get much of an interview out of him. But, yeah, I really liked those guys and you know what happened to them. But, yeah, they were cool. Alright, Halloween 3 is up next. Actually, that is wrong. My bad. Number 4, oh my god, I'm all over the place. Spot number 4 goes to Halloween Kills. That is right, Halloween Kills. is up next. I don't have a movie, of course, or anything to show. Except for the shirt maybe, but that's 1978. Halloween Kills. Yes, this is what you've all been waiting for. I think it comes in at number 4. This movie was absolutely insane. And I tell you, it's insane. I've seen a lot of crazy stuff in my day, especially on the big silver screen. I just came out of the 40th anniversary screening of The Evil Dead, and that movie is insane. But this movie takes it on a whole new level, because this is, I believe, one of the only horror epics that I've seen. An epic, meaning not like, oh, that movie was epic, bruh, but like an epic on like what you would call a film that's on a grand scale. A grand scale epicness. This one, I don't want to spoil it at all, especially because the movie hasn't come out yet, but I think Laurie takes a little bit of the back seat in this one, like Halloween 2. And instead, the movie explores the other people of Haddonfield. I know some people might hate that or might love it, but you kind of see what's going on to the town as a whole. How it affects the entire town. People are going crazy in this one. Michael Myers is extremely brutal in this one. He's brutal for sometimes almost no reason. I mean, that's the whole point. He doesn't really have any rhyme or reason to what he does. And since they canceled out Halloween 2, there's not the angle of, oh, he's Laurie's sister or anything like that. Everyone is a victim. Everyone is a target for Michael in this new one. And nobody is off limits. Except, yeah, actually nobody's off limits. He doesn't hesitate to kill anybody. I know in the Halloween 2018 he hesitated to kill a baby. And that would just be sickening for him to actually kill a baby, which I think that's why they show him killing the baby. But if that baby scene happened in this movie, he would hack that baby up. Because he does not care in this movie. He's probably like, oh, I just got out of this fire. Who knows how many lives I have. Maybe I have like 9 lives like a cat. And I'm just kind of, you know, they just keep depleting as I go down with each movie. So who knows how many more I got left. I'm going to kill as many people as I can before I die. And does Michael Myers die in this one? Well, there's a sequel. So, maybe not. It would be kind of weird if the next Halloween movie didn't have him at all. And everybody was just kind of mourning his death. But, okay, Halloween Kills was fantastic. I think it has a little bit of something for everybody. There's a little bit of fan service here and there. There's a little bit of callbacks. There's actually a big callback to the original film. Oh my god, I was like, how did they shoot this scene? Oh, this looks so good. This looks just like the original film. It's crazy. It's wild. You go out and see Halloween Kills when it comes out October 15th. No, this is not a paid ad or anything. I just really want you to see it. I'm never being sponsored on any of my videos. Anyways, coming in at the number 3 spot is the third film. We have Halloween 3, Tress, Season of the Witch. Unlike most people, I love Season of the Witch. My mom loves Season of the Witch. I think she likes Season of the Witch a little bit too much. She has a ton of shirts, a ton of masks, she has posters. She loves everything Season of the Witch. And I'm all like, is Season of the Witch your favorite Halloween movie? And she was all like, yes. I was like, oh my god, better than the original? She was like, yes. I was like, oh my... Okay, so I'm not that obsessed over Season of the Witch. It is fantastic, let me tell you that. That's why it's so high up on the list. Yes, it doesn't have Michael Myers. And actually, technically it does. Technically it does. But, in a different way. Tom Atkins is great. I think he was a great leading guy of the 80s. He'd been in so many other 80s horror films and even action films and stuff like that. And I got to meet him, Tom Atkins. I got him to sign my Halloween 3 poster that's up there. Great guy, great old guy. And oh my god, wouldn't that be something if he turned up in Halloween Ends? Ooh, that'd be cool. Maybe not playing his same Halloween 3 character, but a new guy, a resident of Haddonfield, perhaps. That would be really cool. Now that is a cameo I would like to see. Alright, anyways, the creepy masks, the creepy Halloween music, 6 more days until Halloween, Silver Shamrock, that tune just gets stuck in your head. The Night No One Comes Home. John Carpenter actually, I think he wrote this one, yeah. No, written and directed by Tom Lee Wallace. Oh, well, he produced it, right? Yeah, he produced it. So, like, you know, he had a hand in it for sure, and he kind of wanted this to be kind of like its own kind of anthology where every Halloween movie, it's about something different. Sure, the first one was about Michael Myers. Sure, the second one as well. But the third one didn't have to be. And neither did the fourth one. And neither did the fifth one. Halloween will just be a series that came out kind of like every year with a new installment, all about something completely different. And this proved why that didn't happen. Nobody liked this movie when it came out. People still don't like this movie, although I think it's getting a little bit more love than when it did back in the 80s. I don't know. Halloween 3, I liked it. Am I talking about these movies for too long? I never really know how long I'm going on for, you know, until the camera stops rolling and I gotta edit this dang thing. Okay, coming in at the number 2 spot is Halloween 2. Now, I guess you know what number 1 is. But Halloween 2, that is a terrible looking blue DVD color. Look at that. It's all over the place. Somebody made that in Photoshop in 5 seconds. That's a little bit of a cooler one. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Big difference. But I guess this one shows more action. I like this one. I remember I found this at Goodwill in like a bin for like $2. The Nightmare Isn't Over. That is correct indeed. Oh, look at that Ben Tramer there. Alright. So, Halloween 2. Again, this one puts Laurie in the back seat a little bit. She's kind of hobbling around Haddonfield Memorial Hospital as Dr. Loomis shines mostly in this one. You get to more inside of Dr. Loomis's and Michael's relationship, as well as a lot of the other clueless people that work at the hospital. And a lot of great kills, a lot of great moments, a lot of great scares. Very dark, very John Carpenter-esque, even though he did not direct this one. The director of photography, Dean Cundey, did come back. I got to see Dean Cundey in person at a convention. I have no idea why I didn't meet him, because he has shot so many other films. It's great. But anyways, Halloween 2, great sequel. The best Halloween sequel, I think. Halloween 2, it just captures the entire essence of the first one perfectly. And it's actually a little darker, which is everything you want in a sequel to a horror movie. Darker, more kills, and that's what Halloween 2 delivers. Alright, and of course, the first one, did you really think it was going to be anything else? Imagine if I put Resurrection at number 1. The first one is Halloween. The original, the classic, the 1978 one. It doesn't get much better than Halloween number 1. And, well, you just know how that one goes. I watched an episode of Joe Bob a long time ago where he sat down and he kind of did the marathon of Halloween 1 and 4 and 5. And Halloween 1, he just, you know, a lot of the insights that have been shared about that movie are already out there. The William Shatner mask, how they shot the film on a very low budget, $200,000 I believe, and it came out making millions and millions. I think over $40 million, and that is insane for a short, for a low budget film. And kind of like Paranormal Activity and Blair Witch Project-esque, where low risk, high reward type of situation. But anyways, Halloween is of course the iconic film, and we wouldn't be here today talking about any of these movies without it. There wouldn't be a Halloween Kills without it. There wouldn't be all the slasher films like, heck, Friday the 13th, or even maybe Nightmare on Elm Street without Halloween 1978. It has influenced so many things, and it's because that Michael Myers is still an icon, and I think he forever will be. I've dressed up as Michael Myers for like the last 5 years. I watched the first Halloween movie back in 5th grade, and I actually saw Nightmare on Elm Street before I saw the original Halloween. I saw Nightmare on Elm Street number 1, 1984, when I was in 5th grade, and I was like, oh my god, I want to be Freddy for Halloween. And my mom was like, okay. So she bought me the mask and the hat and the gloves and the shirt, and I was like, oh man, it's so awesome. Thank you, Mom. I look like Freddy. And then she was like, oh yeah, let's watch Halloween 1978. I was like, okay, I've always heard about that one. And we watched it, and I was like, oh, actually, Halloween just turned into my favorite movie. But I didn't want to say, hey Mom, I don't want to be Freddy Krueger anymore. So I waited till next year to be Michael Myers. And then the next year after that, and next year after that. And guess what? I might still be Michael Myers this year. Speaking of Michael Myers though, our top video on this channel is Michael Myers related. a little film called Michael Myers vs. Sam. And our second highest viewed video is Michael Myers vs. Ghostface. Well, I don't want to say too much, but Michael Myers may be coming back. And he might be fighting another formidable foe. Who might that be? Well, you'll just have to wait and see. Anyways, goodbye everybody. Thank you for watching this video, and go see good old Halloween Kills coming out later this week. I will see you all later. Don't forget, Spooky Month is all month. If you like Halloween and horror-related content, be sure to watch more spooky videos. And I will see you guys later. My name is ZRice. Excuse me. Peace out.